All right, guys. I'll tell you what, we're ready to start again. This time I'm going down towards either Butler County or uh-oh, looks like that snow messed up my windshield wipers because they weren't that bad. Okay, that's not good. So we got to get some new windshield wipers today. But what the? Okay, so I might have to fix that. So anyway, I'm going down to either Butler County or Hamilton County. It depends on how I feel as I'm driving. I know it's a little cold, so certain things are freezing. I can feel the road right now. Although I don't think anything really melted yesterday because it was still like 9 degrees. But we'll see as I get on the expressway how far I want to drive. Also, I'm going to be playing the Trillionaire, an artificial intelligence guide to unthinkable wealth, which is the audio book that I put out now. You'll get a free copy. Look at the link in the description. Also, there's a link on my profile where you can download it. It has the codes and everything. And there's another few videos. There's going to be about 10 or 15 videos after today. This might be my last snow video. Maybe not for a while. Still got to get trucks. Look at that. Yes, trucks on the way. So again, this may be my last major snow video for today. We'll see. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the remainder, at least as much as I can. I'm going to play the remainder as I'm driving down here to either Butler County or Hamilton County. I want to get some footage in those counties. I didn't do it because I didn't want to get stuck in a storm. And Stringer wanted some footage from the storm. I mean, down there, but again, it was just too much. So here we go, guys. The view is going to be more towards the left side because I have this that thing in the middle. I haven't straightened it, and it's not straightened. So you see a little bit if I move off to the right. But anyway, let me get started with the Trillionaire, and you enjoy the ride. I may do the whole hour. You can enjoy the ride and enjoy to listen to. Remember, you can get this audiobook for free as well. The roads are not bad. I-75 South, coming out of Dayton, going towards Cincinnati. Now, this is the part of the audiobook. When I started, I think I'm gonna get through this traffic. But when I started, this is the part that gets, I guess, kind of tedious unless you love technology. If you love technology and new ideas, you'll like it. But if not, the first 20 minutes is great for you, and then after the first hour and a half is something different as well. Oh, thanks for coming in. Everybody's coming in. I thought that said 0. Appreciate you. I'm driving, just so I can reset, I am driving down to Butler County, Ohio. Right now I'm in Montgomery County. It's about 30 to 40 miles away, Butler and Hamilton. And if I go all the way to Cincinnati, that's 50 miles away. And I got a lot of snow footage from Dayton, so I thought I want to come down here to Hamilton County, my hometown, as well. And I'm about to play the Trillionaire, Artificial Intelligence Guide to Unthinkable Wealth, while we're going. This is the middle part because I played about an hour last week. You can see it on the live section. And I don't know if you guys saw it. I need to get my windshield wipers fixed. I guess with all of that snow and ice, it kind of wrecked them up. And they were on the way to be wrecked up anyway, I guess. But now it looks different. All right, here we go, guys. Uh-oh. My wife is calling. Hey, wife, I'm on live right now. Oh, I guess she didn't want to be live. Ah! Leave your comments in below. Thanks, guys. I can't read them right now because I am driving. Funny thing, I used to have the best eyesight ever in the last 3 years, or actually, I guess it's 5 years now. They changed so much. I can still see great with no glasses driving, but as far as my phone, it's hard to see. But hi to everybody, and if I don't get to really read your message, I'm gonna try to read that one. Let me throw on my glasses. It's mind-numbing after some time. Yes, it is. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but the snow is mind-numbing. AI is mind-numbing. Ice is mind-numbing. Because you see this ice on the road, it's like there's little spurts of ice. And right now I'm in the slow lane. But I'll probably end up getting in the middle lane. I don't do a lot of fast lane, guys. I got a fast car, but I stay in the middle to slow lane. My wife doesn't like it. I'll tell you guys this joke, man. So I used to drive Uber in 2016 or 2015. And I picked up this couple and I was taking them from a Bengals game. This was in the Cincinnati area. And I was driving and I said, yeah, my wife, somehow we were talking about driving. I said, yeah, my wife doesn't like how I drive fast. And the guy said, what is she used to walking? And we all just busted out laughing, like, because I'm a slow driver. I mean, especially when people are in my car, I'm driving the speed limit. I was driving the speed limit. So anyway, there's that. So that was a good joke though. What is she used to walking? All right, guys. Haha, you had to be there. All right, guys, here we go. Trillionaire, an artificial intelligence guide. This is about after the first hour or so.
Unstoppable Alliance, AI and blockchain. Your blueprint for trillion-dollar disruption, artificial intelligence and...
New text message from Daniel iPhone New.
Oh, so they're gonna interrupt me.
The Unstoppable Alliance, AI and blockchain. Your blueprint for trillion-dollar disruption, artificial intelligence and blockchain, individually potent, form an unprecedented alliance poised to reshape industries and mint the next generation of trillionaires. Their combined strengths address fundamental limitations of existing systems, creating pathways to unthinkable wealth through enhanced trust, efficiency, and entirely new market paradigms. Understanding this synergy is not just about grasping technological trends, it's about identifying the foundational layers of future trillion-dollar empires.
You know, it's not the same vibe, guys. I might not play this while I'm driving. It's not the same snowmageddon traffic drive. Although, when you get your free copy, you can listen to it driving. But while I'm with you guys, we're gonna listen to the sounds. We're gonna watch some semi trucks go by, and we're gonna drive. That's what we're gonna do. Thanks for coming in. I will say, if you look at the history of my channel, you'll see within the last 2 to 3 years, you'll see a lot of big rig semi trucks. Someone told me they're Freightliners, some of them. And this is how I capture most of them. Driving down the E-way. Oh, I tell you, I was in California in December 2025, and I've seen I guess what I would call old school convoy before, but I saw at least 30 semi trucks in a row. Crazy. I'd never seen that before. Is it getting fuzzy, guys? I might have to get out there and wipe this window off. I can't see your message. I saw it said trucker. Oh, right. Yes. Also, too, it might be the perspective of this camera. Sometimes this iPhone has a weird perspective. And also, too, feel free to chat with each other in the chat area, because I probably won't be able to see all of this because I want to focus on the driving. And I told everyone earlier, I can see driving perfect, but I need my readers to read. That's just what it is. But occasionally, as I make sure nothing's going on, I'll take a look down. But it's still actually kind of rush hour. It's 8:35 Eastern Standard Time. So it's a kind of rush hour around here. It's not bad though. Thanks for coming in, guys. If you love trucks and traffic, and make sure you check out some of my shorts. I have so many truck shorts. And I'm gonna kind of blend the channel with the lifestyle, travel, trucks, since trucks is a good foundation. And of course, you'll hear AI as well. And today you see a lot of snow. We're gonna, although it's not a lot of snow on the expressway here, obviously, once I get down to the area, either Butler County, which is Hamilton, Ohio, is where I may go, or Hamilton County, which is Cincinnati, Ohio, I'm gonna decide as I'm driving down. You're gonna see a lot of snow piles. I'll drive through the neighborhoods first, and then I may get out and walk again. I think I'm gonna have to turn my phone off too, because it's going to, and I may play a little bit of the audio book, maybe. But you can get it free. If you go to the profile to my channel page, you can see where you download the book for free. You'll see a code and everything once you tap on. And if not, look for my live. I think all of my last full-length videos have that link in it. That looks kind of fuzzy, guys. Sorry about that. I didn't know my windshield wiper was that messed up. So you got a little fuzzy. But I'll fix that sometime when I stop or whatever. I-75 south. Right now we're going through Austin Landing, right outside of Dayton, and then we're coming up on Franklin, Ohio. There was a lot of snow down here too, anywhere from 13 to 14 inches. Let's get some truck sounds, guys. All right, guys, I don't like that blurriness. I'm gonna have to stop and fix my windshield wipers the best I can. I didn't know they were that bad. I guess with this ice, they kind of went on to the end. They're a year old, or maybe 3 years old. The car is 3 years old. But we want a clear ride. So I think I'm going to get off on Franklin. In Franklin, the first part of Franklin is Springboro. We're going past Springboro as well. There was piles of snow there also. And then I'm going to remove the camera, and then I'm going to wipe the window and see if I can fix those windshield wipers without finding a place to purchase them right now. I'll probably flip the camera towards the sky once I park. Thanks for coming in, guys. If I miss your message, please feel free to speak amongst these other once I stop fully or get to an area, then I will I'll read some of your messages. Crushable. That's a good slogan. Crushable. That was it was talking about a beer product. All right, guys, I'm gonna stop here. What's here? I think there's a speedway. Or should I go down to the next one? You know what? I'm gonna go down to the next one because it's a little better. This one has a hospital here, so then it has some stores. So you have to drive up another mile before you find some place to park, and that's all I want to do is park, get out, wipe the windshield, and then get back. Roads they're perfect, man. I mean, compared to all the snow that was on them just a day ago and 2 days ago, Sunday, these are great. I still see some slick spots, so you just never know. But they look perfect. We're at the Franklin Corporation limit, right outside of Dayton, Ohio. Getting close to Lebanon if we went here as well. State Route 123. 123. So for those that just came in, thank you. I'm gonna pull off to the side, or not to the side, but I'm gonna go to this gas station and wipe my windshield because it looks like my windshield wiper's not working because it's ripped. Both of them, actually. And I'm sure I saw the signs, but the snow really made it happen. I'll show you right before I get out and clean it. I saw the sign, I saw the sign, yeah. I am a non-singer, but it's fun when I sing to some people. Okay, we're gonna go pull right in here. Here's one of my favorite gas stations. I've seen this since it was a little baby. Or maybe not a little baby, but a new reconstruction baby. So we're gonna go up. Where do we wanna go? Let's let you see some of that over there. No, that's a weird view. All right, guys, we're going up. So you don't have to watch me clean the windshield. First, watch this. Ridiculous. So, I know that just happened like, I'm sure it was gonna happen, but it just happened like yesterday. There's a lot of snow yesterday. All right, guys, bear with me. Come on back if you need to. I need to find something to wipe that off. One thing's for sure is I'm going to need windshield wipers today. I'll get some when we get down there. All right, guys, sorry about that. Thanks for sticking around. I want to give you the clearest view possible. And I should have checked my windshield wipers. Well, I guess I did. As soon as I started, I turned them on, and that's what we saw. But I don't want to stop now. Hopefully the window stays clear, because I just ripped off the small thing. I haven't seen windshield wipers do that in a while. All right, guys, here we go. Back on the road again. Look at these piles of snow. Crazy. And the thing about it is they say there's not going to be a big thaw until mid-February. That's going to be crazy. All right, thanks for coming in, guys. It's Reese here. This is not Snowmageddon. It's not as much snow on the road, but I am heading down to either Hamilton County or Butler County, Cincinnati, Ohio, or Hamilton, the city of Hamilton. And I'm going to grab some snow. Might do both. We may do both. We may drive and go down to Cincinnati. That's what we may do. And again, sorry about the windshield. It's clear now, but it may have some issues, and I don't know how much I want to use my windshield wipers, because I think the blade is pretty much gone. A little ice. I felt a little ice as I was coming online here. I mean, as I was going. So you just never know when there's ice on the road and you hit that patch of ice and boom, there you go. Tell me, what was some snow totals in your area? I saw Natalie yesterday, and she had something close to 17, I think she said, or I know she was northern Pennsylvania, and it was a lot. I know in some of our outlying areas around Dayton, Ohio, we had 13, 14, some. Dayton was 12.4 for that 24 hours, but it had 1.6 the day before, that Saturday. So the snow really came down. And then they were telling me Grand Rapids, Michigan was crazy as well. I don't know if it broke any totals, but it definitely was crazy. That's way by the Great Lakes, Northern America, close to Canada. So I would imagine that. A little windy today too. I can feel it. This is probably the first full day for most people. Everybody probably had like a day off yesterday. A lot of people. Thanks for coming in, guys. Hello. I can't see the whole text, but because I'm focused on the road, but I'm saying hello. Our whole message in the chat is what I want to say. Thanks for coming in, guys. You can see some of the snow footage from yesterday and the day before. Look on my last lives section, in the live section, the last few lives. We were driving around Dayton. Now I'm heading down to Hamilton. I think I'm gonna stop at Hamilton first, and then we'll possibly head down to Cincinnati, depending on what's going on. For those wondering, I'm coming out of Dayton, Ohio, but I'm heading towards Hamilton County, and this is 75 South, Interstate 75 South. It goes all the way to Detroit and all the way down to Florida, I believe. It's one of the most long and popular highways in the United States. Make sure you look at some of my shorts for the snow. And also I have a free audio book about AI. I call it an Artificial Intelligence Guide. And that's what it is. It's a guide, it's an audio book, and you get it for free this week, probably for the rest of January. So look into my descriptions and you'll see the code, or go back to my lives and I'll have a code there when they come back online. The full title is Trillionaire, the Artificial Intelligence Guide for Unthinkable Wealth. Hey, I had to do it, guys. I had to do it. Not a trillionaire, though. That's my disclaimer. Let's give some of this. I love those sounds. I have something on the channel that I never got to expand. I called it Traffic Hurts. like traffic sounds HZ hertz. So I have a few of them where all we're doing is listening to traffic sounds. So I'm going to expand on that in 2026. You see a lot of trucks, and sometimes I just watch traffic from the side. I have a nice spot and up in Dayton, and sometimes I go to, when it's not cold, I go down by the Cincinnati Reds Stadium and I look over the bridge and I watch the traffic, and we listen to the sounds, and that literally, it's like white noise. It's like it puts you to sleep. It's like sleep.com or whatever it is, rest.com, something. But yeah, I love the sound of traffic, believe it or not. But also traffic hertz, that double entendre, HZ or HURTS. I'm only going about 62 miles an hour, guys. It's keeping up with traffic, but the thing I don't like when it's cold, there are patches of ice, and you just never know. Like in this lane right here, you can see there's a lot of ice there, or a lot of slush is what it is. And depending on your tires, and depending on your stop and your speed and what happens, it just, there you go. Seen it happen. It's happened to me. Now in about another 3 weeks, depending on how the rains go, and depending on how the big melt goes, you'll see me doing a lot of flood footage, and you can look on my past lives from last year. It's not too far because I don't do a lot of lives. I had a session with my cousin in Las Vegas. He's a disabled veteran, and he sings on the strip, on the street. So right before those, you'll see some flood footage, or at least you'll see some driving towards flood footage. And then I have some actual images and pictures of the flood. But anyway, 3 weeks from now, and you're going to see probably a lot of flooding in the area I'm going. Of course, the Great Miami River, which is where we just came from, and it also goes down to the Little Miami River, and they both empty into the Ohio River. And Ohio River's in Cincinnati. Also, though, the Miami River is in Hamilton, where we're heading right now. What I think I'm going to do is, once we get there, now look at this. The road is a little different when you're getting down here. I guess it's the maintenance from the city or whatever, because the same trucks are going down. It's only about 10 miles, but look at you can see the snow difference. It's still on the highway, so. Interesting. I wonder what county this is. I think this is Butler. We have to get off anyway. That's my cousin Will B. I'm gonna answer Will B. Hey, Will B, we're on live. I'm on live, driving down to Hamilton County. Hey,
Wow.
I was just talking about you. This is you. I'm on YouTube. This is my cousin. I was just talking about. He's a disabled veteran. He sings. Look at that, guys. This mind thing. I've known him for 50 plus years, and here you go. We just talk about him. I was telling him how I did a series of you. I don't do a lot of lives on YouTube, but I did a series. How you feeling, cuz?
I'm great, man, but you didn't. I was calling to tell you the full story. I don't know how much drama you want to go out on your YouTube, but
Well,
When I was in the hospital, when
is,
I was in the
wait a minute,
hospital the other day.
before you go,
Uh-huh.
is it any profanity?
No,
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead.
it's dealing with what happened to me the other day.
Okay, if you want to
When I was,
share, I only
yeah,
got 13 people, but yeah.
okay. Well, I was in the hospital, right?
Uh-huh.
I talked to you while I was in the hospital, and it didn't seem like it was any big deal. I just got in there. I told you about them catheterizing me and me feeling a lot better.
Yes.
Well, when I ended up going to the bathroom the other way, the nurse was like, "Can you transfer into the chair?" And I said, "Yeah, I feel like I can run a marathon right now." But before, it felt like something was going to explode.
Right.
And she said, "Because it was."
Wow.
And I thought she was just being dramatic, right? But my bladder has swollen to 2.5 times
Wow.
what it normally holds. And well, that's not it. Because of the fact that I have MS with neurogenic bladder, they said critical mass is 3 times.
Mm.
So from 1.5 to 3 times, generally your bladder will burst.
Wow.
And if my bladder would have burst, I would have had well, she said 14%, but when I looked it up, it said 20 to 22% chance of living.
Oh my
So
God.
it was a 78% chance that I would have been out of here if I would. Somebody, I had a dry mouth, cotton mouth, and somebody offered me a bottle of water. And people always talk about how water is good for you.
Right.
If I would have drank that 500 milliliter bottle of water, I'd probably be dead right now.
Why is that now with water?
Well, it was the amount. It was a 16-ounce bottle of water, which is 500 milliliters. And I only had 200 milliliters of space left in my for tripling the bladder, and it would have exploded.
Oh my gosh, man! I'm
Yeah.
sorry to hear that. That is, man. That's
Hey, don't be sorry. I'm talking to you. I'm here.
You're right.
But I told you, it's like the dramatic stories. I shared this with my son. He was like, "You do have some of the most dramatic situations happen to you." And I was like, I'm thanking God for being here, because of the situation. Not only am I here, I'm joking about it.
Right.
But I joked about it when I got hit by a truck. I joked about it when I got hit by a bus. So the dramatic things that happen are definitely huge.
That's huge.
I had somebody say, "I feel like I got hit by a bus." I was like, "No, you don't. I know exactly what it feels like to get hit by
Oh
a
no,
bus."
man. Oh,
But the pain from this was similar. I almost blacked out. Just like when I got hit by the bus, the pain was so heavy that I almost blacked out in the parking lot of the hospital. This time I almost blacked out when they were trying to put me into the ambulance. But I didn't know how close I was to death until after she nonchalantly said, "Because it was." You know what I'm saying?
Right. Wow.
I would have never guessed that I was that close. So.
What do they have? Like, what's the regimen? What do they have you doing now?
Well, I have a catheter that I have to keep in for 2 weeks until my bladder shrinks down back to its regular size. Because if I took the catheter out, then the same thing would happen because my bladder is oversized and it would just shut down.
Wow.
So, and then on top of the drama last night, there was a blockage, and they told me I'm either going to have to work that blockage out or go back to the emergency room. And I was like, I got work to do. I ain't going back to no damn emergency. No, I'm sorry. I'm not going back. But yeah, no. So I found a way to massage it out rather than having to go back to the emergency room. But
wow. Well, I tell you, and guys, I don't want to brag. I see a message came up, but I told you guys I don't have my readers, so thank you for coming in. And I don't want to brag on Will B, but again, I told you, it's funny. I was telling them right before you called, I was telling them how that you were my last lives before my flood footage from last year, and look at you singing a veteran a disabled veteran on the strip, and here you go. And I don't want to brag, but he's also in the political campaign. And he's up there now just creating a lot of income for people and his family. But then he goes through this and he's still ready to work, man. So tell us a little bit about that campaign and how is that gonna? What are you gonna do now with your situation?
Well, right now I'm going to go back and my goal is $1,000 a day for me personally working, and I can do that. It's not even. I don't think it's hard. Some people do. You know, you got to get 13 people a day to sign the 13 issues that we have out, and the issues are really good issues. Like one is preventing sexual assault in Uber rides, and
that's easy.
one is Alzheimer's, cancer, and heart disease research. And then we have 3 affordable housing issues. We have a couple hospital issues that makes it so that patients can get treated better. It's a lot of good stuff that we got. And you know.
Yeah, those are easy issues. I mean, there's nothing hard. And so you got another crew up there. I know I was with you. I was just telling them I was with you in December. And so you have another crew in Northern California?
Yes, I do.
Nice. Hey, let me say something real quick. Guys, this is a blessing that we got to talk to my cousin, a veteran, and you just heard some of his story, but I want to show you. You see the difference in the way these roads are clean. I'm on a place called 129, and it's different than the way these roads are clean in on I-75. But again, it's still safe. And we're heading towards Hamilton, the city, and we're going to look around. But right now, we're going to finish listening to Will B. Hey, tell them about your channel, Will B. Your channels and your viral song, I Wish I Was That Dress. Oh, hey, wait a minute. That's your Auntie Carol. She's in the chat. It says Greg and Will. I can't read it. Oh, there you go. Say that again. Say that again, Will B.
I said, hey, Auntie.
There you go. That's that. That's that. Michael B. Jordan line, the popular Michael B. Jordan line from Black Panther. But anyway, so tell them about your channel and your viral song.
Well, it's on not only all of the social medias, but it's on all the major streaming platforms. It's called I Wish I Was the Dress You're Wearing. You know, it's funny. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know what you told me to say, but Auntie's on there, and she's like, there goes Will with another one of them dramatic stories to his life. Yeah, Auntie, the cloud is following me again. She probably, I know she hasn't heard the story about not my appendix, but my bladder almost bursting.
Wow.
But
and see, I don't know how long she was on there, so she might have just heard it. It's like I said, I can't read this. I can't read the things that's coming up. I'm kind of focused on the road. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I wish I was that dress you're wearing. One of the interesting things I research everything. That's just part of my DNA. And they were talking about how independent artists have like a 0.05% chance of going platinum. But because of the social media success that I've had and the fact that I perform on the Strip, and I got a nice little following from my Strip performances, it says that my percentage went up to 15%.
Oh man, you had 500,000 people that saw you over just the holidays alone, a few Strip performances. Yeah, I was there, that part, but
yeah. But I mean, I'm just one more viral situation away from, going platinum as an independent artist, and that's a great thing. It's a blessing. Even though I tell y'all about the cloud that follows me, I have really weird negative stuff that happens, but I have a whole lot of really positive things that happen as well. And it's not like they're just like, oh, they dumped this in your lap. No, you gotta work. You gotta work for everything, and it just happens for me that when I'm working, other stuff just like, here, take this dramatic twist and put it right there.
Wow.
And that's where I'm at.
So I want to ask you one more question about your health, but as far as where can they find you on social media, especially
Social media,
YouTube? We're
can you say,
broadcasting on YouTube live.
okay, right.
Yeah.
Or YouTube Live. You can find me on YouTube. I've only gone live once on YouTube that I can think of. Most of the time, I'm on other social medias, and I don't know how the rules work. I think one is Insta, and the other one it sounds like a clock. No, but so but the one with the clock is the one that I'm on the most. And but the viral video was on Insta. So or however, I don't know how you say it. I'm old.
Hey,
So
you old
when y'all
school,
start you got to
but
say it a certain way. I'll be like, oh, dang, I didn't say it right.
you said it wrong. But no, I said it wrong. We all said it wrong. But we old school, man, and that's what makes it feel so good. Hey, give me 1 second. I'm gonna reset where I am for the people that's coming in and out. Guys, I just pulled into Hamilton, not the county, but the city. And you see the difference in the snow. I'm gonna get towards the river, which is the Great Miami River. And we're gonna still finish talking to Will B. He's a disabled veteran, but he's doing a lifetime, 2-3 lifetimes of things right now. But again, we're here in Hamilton, and we're gonna look around here just a minute. My mom said something else, but I can't see it. So let me ask one more thing. So you said this got to stay with you for 2 weeks. The what's it called? The catheter. There you go. For 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But so then you don't know what's going to reduce the size of your bladder, excuse me, and all
Well,
of that stuff.
it just naturally shrinks over time.
Oh, okay.
But it takes time to shrink back to its normal size. And the people are when I start talking about the things that I do, I'm out here in public, and now I got a big old bag of pee hanging off of me.
Uh-oh.
While
Not a big old bag of
the
pee.
catheter.
Right.
Yeah, that's what the catheter is. And they was like, do you want us to find a way to hide it? I was like, no, if people are really worried about what's hanging off of my body when I'm informing them about what's going on, then their head is in the wrong place anyway. So
exactly.
If I ain't worried about it, you don't worry about it.
You don't worry about it. And so funny, I was thinking about this, and I actually looked it up on Gemini. I said, who came up with the clean underwear thing? And they said it was a morbid type, just a thing that people were saying, and comedians even said it, like, who's gonna be paying attention to your underwear if you was in a bad wreck? You know what I mean? And it's like, why are you paying attention to that? Like, come on. But yeah, just like the bag. So you can't empty it. You have to empty it every certain time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to empty it, every so often. I've been doing it in the morning and at night. Do it in the morning when I get up, and then at night before I go to bed. And because I got the big bag, they had the little bag, the little quaint bag that I could have attached to my thigh, and that was for the people who want to be cosmetic with it. I don't care about cosmetics. I want ease. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I already got to deal with this thing. I don't want to have to be emptying it 4 times a day.
Exactly.
So, I'd rather have the big bag showing than the little bag causing me problems.
Every 5 minutes or something. Give me 1 more second. All right, guys, we are in Hamilton County. I'm gonna say proper. I don't know what that actually means, but we're right in downtown Hamilton County. You see the court building over there. I told you my windshield, I need some windshield wipers, so it's a little dusty, a little blurry, but I'm gonna go through some of these side streets, head by the river, and then I'll probably disconnect, and then when I get going down to Cincinnati, I'll come back. But we're still gonna be
Hamilton City proper, Reese, not Hamilton County.
Say it again.
You said Hamilton County proper. It's Hamilton City.
Oh, yes,
proper.
He's right. He's right. Hamilton City proper. He's right. And that's the mix-up. And I tell you, I used to always get mixed up when I heard Hamilton County and there's a Hamilton when I was young. So I'm gonna think I'm gonna turn down here, but he's right. So there's the old, what do you call it? Courthouse. But I still want to talk to you as I'm going through these neighborhoods. Guys, just look, we came out. This is not Snowmageddon anymore. This is just seeing the aftermath of the snow. But we're gonna still listen to Will B, the singing veteran, while we're driving around. So thanks for sticking with us, guys. This was a little bit different than we had, but Will, you know what? While we're here, for those that's here or those that's going to hear the live later, give us some thoughts on health tips and some of the things you need to do, man. I mean, because it's for men. I mean, it could be an issue, you know, for not with the that's prostate, isn't it? Never mind. But I was thinking the bladder. You said the bladder. But so anyway,
Well, and my prostate too. It's a swollen prostate. They don't know which caused it. It's the neurogenic bladder the or the swollen prostate.
right,
Both of them are just as likely as causing it, but because of my MS, it's deeper complications as
right,
far as what would happen if if the worst would have happened. But, so because I've people asked me over and over again, and this is really weird and it's ironic. People say, "Well, does MS cause your life to shorten?" And I said it would have to be a really weird instance for your life to shorten because of MS. Like you have to get a lesion on the wrong part of, like if a lesion comes on one of your major organs or something like that. So it's very rare. But then that rare situation just rose up for me that
wow.
MS could have saved my life. It didn't, but
And
it
you
was
hear
one
it,
of those
right?
rare situations that people talk about.
Yeah, that is crazy, man. I tell you, again, I've heard some of your health issues and some of the things, like you said, hit by a bus, and you still here, man. And the thing is you still work. Like, I mean, I know you're connected politically and wherever your guy is, but you're helping people create income. I mean, you're helping people build their families. And I mean, also, you told me you had two young guys working with you. When I say young, just in college age this week,
19,
right? Nice.
19, yeah,
And they're your
and
mhm.
well, they're my adopted grandsons. They're best friends with my biological grandson, and they're like extensions of the family.
Nice.
They got some really good ideas for things that they want to do, and I don't know if y'all. I mean, I know y'all haven't seen my other stuff, but this political thing is a vehicle. I mean, yeah, you're doing a civic duty and you're helping with a lot of things. You're helping direct democracy, and in this day and time, politics is a really ugly, ugly scene. But there are still good things that can be done. So you're not only helping promote that direct democracy, but you're also promoting your pocket wealth. So
That's right.
you could put a lot of money in your pocket. You could do other things. I'm going to be giving out some scholarships. I had just discussed this with Greg Reese. I'm gonna give out some scholarships as because
Your
I think it's
legacy.
just a good.
Yeah, and it builds your legacy and it shows people what you do. I mean, you're educated, like you said. Your professor said you think like a computer, and then now you're giving scholarships and teaching people how to create income. That's gonna be a great legacy. Will be. It's gonna be a great legacy, man. And then you got like you said, your grandchildren, and I was blessed to see your grandson Johannes in where we at? San Diego, California. And I was thrilled when he said, didn't he say Greg Reese? And
Yeah, he said Greg Reese.
right, he said
Yeah.
Greg Reese. So that's my thing, guys. I say my name. I guess it's third person, but it is what it is. And then I do this thing. I say what the what, and so he was on that on cue. And at 2 years old, 3 years old, it's just
Yeah, he
interesting
was
to see
cool when he was
that.
doing it for you.
Yeah. So, hey, give me 1 second. I'm gonna show everybody something. Thanks for coming in, guys. I want to show you in 2023 there was a solar eclipse, and we stood right here. It was thousands of people in this park. This is here in Hamilton. We got a good view of the solar eclipse. Actually, I was down the street, and I came right after we saw it. But a lot of people got to see it from here. This park. I'm not sure what this park is, but there you go. And stick around with me. We're gonna talk to Will B for another 10 or so minutes, and then I'm gonna show you some more of this snow around the neighborhood as we're going now, and then we'll come back. But yeah, tell us about Johannes, Will be.
Johannes is my grandson that he's been staying with me and my wife since he was 4 days old. Well, as soon as he was released from the hospital, and he calls me Papa, even though the other kids call me Grandpa, and he says, "That's not Grandpa, that's Papa."
There you go.
And he's 3 years old now, but he's been doing sound bites since he was like barely 2.
Nice.
One of the first things he said when we went outside, we live in Vegas, and so we don't get a lot of bad weather. But one day we came outside, and I was holding him by the car. I almost dropped him because of how much it made me laugh. He said, "This wind is ridiculous." I was like, "You are 1 year old. What you know about about ridiculous?"
Exactly.
He wasn't even 2 yet. And there's some people who are in their 20s and 30s who don't know what ridiculous means.
That's funny. Yeah, right. That is funny. Hey, I'm gonna read some of these comments. I'm gonna pull over here and read some of these comments. Look like some are her name is Natty Lady Sensi. So it says, "Good morning, Greg and Will. We have to get rid of that cloud. I'm glad you're feeling better." Okay, so she was on.
That's your mom.
Huh?
That's your mom.
Right. That's my mom.
Okay.
And then it says, "I heard it. Get your glasses, dude." My mom's talking about me. Then it says, tell everyone. Will's also on YouTube Music. There you go. He's on YouTube Music. Bandito said it's a lot of snow, so he's watching the broadcast. And then somebody says, I don't know if they're talking to you or me. It's I am Holmes or Lane Holmes, whatever. "Would you ever keep a pet wolf? Cheers from London." Cheers from London. So I don't think any of those people are on there anymore because I only got 3 people. So one's probably my mom, and then the other 2 people, whoever they are. but yeah, man, and you just have this great opportunity for your legacy, and again, hey, you have the wealth. You have the now you're building the wealth to create your legacy, and tell people how they can do it if they want to look you up. It's out there if they're in the California area.
Yeah, right now I'm in the Bay Area.
Okay.
And which my people don't realize California is literally the hotbed of the country right now. The last week, LA was 83 degrees.
Wow.
And that was the hottest city in the country. Even, Florida is usually warmer than out here, but like our highs today are in the 60s, and most of the country's highs are in the 20s. Right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh.
Yeah, we're in the 9s or something. No.
Right.
Yeah, it's very low here. But go ahead.
Yeah.
So you said that's the hotbed?
Yeah, well, like I said, literally the hotbed of the country as far as temperatures go.
Mm-hmm.
So out here is comfortable. I had to take my jacket off a couple days ago because of how warm it was outside. And I'm not bragging. I'm just saying it's a nice place to. And these young kids that I'm getting going, they didn't understand. I know the money sounds ridiculous and even unreal, but I can show you within moments of being out here how quickly you can do it. There was a festival called the White Elephant Festival. Well, actually, it's a white elephant market or something like that, and it's like an upscale rummage sale, and they had lines that were like 5 blocks long, and I made over $2,000 in an hour and a half working that line, and that was right before I went to the hospital because I almost died.
Wow.
So my health, in the situation I'm in, and still being able to make money like that, I know, the money's not as important as the health, but the bottom line is your mentality is what makes it so that you can do this. But I'm about to get off of here, Mr. Reese, and I'm going to call my auntie and talk to her about the clouds.
Okay, good stuff, man. I appreciate you. You called, man. You called on cue. It's that mental mindset, because it's what, 6 o'clock out there. What time is it out there?
It's 6:25.
Right, right. And I'm serious. I
I
had
figured
just.
you would have been stuck in the house though.
You said what?
I figured you would have been stuck in the house with the over foot of snow y'all got.
Man, I tell you, that first day I couldn't move the car. I actually went live on the 2020 on 2020. I mean, what is it? On the 25th, because I couldn't move the car. I walked. I mean, is what I'm trying to say. I walked maybe a half a mile and I turned back around because the weather was so crazy, and my fingers started freezing with gloves, and I just I said I got to get back around. So yeah, I couldn't even get out of there because they were working on the main roads, and my van sits a little low evidently, and I think the middle portion was wide, because I saw this guy, my neighbor had some old Bronco, and he just got out there like, yeah, so I guess it's just the old school, and he was gone, and I was like, man, I was stuck, and it took me an hour. That's like, I missed your call on Sunday the first time, because I remember you called me right before you went to the hospital, and I was out there shoveling snow.
I was in the hospital. You actually called me while I was in the hospital, and I was calling you back.
Right, but I think you called me earlier that day. Maybe it wasn't for the hospital. Okay. But you called me. That's when I was.
So before I almost died. Okay.
Yeah, but you know what, man? And I know everything is not a social media thing, but I would share that story. Well, you just did. But if you share it in front of your audience, I mean.
Well, I was actually planning, before I called you, I was actually planning on going live and talking about this.
Wow.
I didn't know you were actually live when I called you. So. And that, what that reminds me of? I wish I was at dress when I said, I'm going to start doing such and such a thing, and then somebody else posted the video and it went viral, just like what I was talking about doing.
Did it for you, right? So, and all you had to do was sing, and yeah, that's that's.
I love you, cuz. I'm about to get off here.
All right, I'll talk to you. Man. All right, okay.
Y'all enjoy that snow.
There you go. All right, Will be. So there you go, guys. I appreciate you guys that stuck around, and I know some of you guys had to go because you're looking for snow and not health stories, but I like it, especially since I was just out there with him, and that would have been probably a scary situation going on, watching him do that stuff, So here we are, guys. We're in Hamilton, and look at all of this snow. This is downtown Hamilton, the city, and the snow is, it's really high. I'm going to also get some footage. So we're going to ride around for another 10 minutes. Thanks for coming in. And this is Butler County. Thanks for coming in, guys. Appreciate you. It's still kind of light around here. Like, it's not a lot of people. So bear with me, guys. As I mentioned to you yesterday, if you were on live, I do what's called content for Stringer. And occasionally I'll stop and get 10-second videos of various locations. I saw, so as we were driving, I saw a lot of images I wanted to get when we were talking to Will B. So I'm going to go back around and get those as well. I may jump off live, guys. Unless you guys want to see some more, let me know. All right, guys, again, I captured footage for a place called Stringer, S-T-R-I-N-G-E-R, no E. I said E-R, but there is no E. So if you like to do that too, I guarantee you it could be something for you. But you'll hear me occasionally just stop and capture 10 seconds of video. And this is not Snowmageddon anymore because it's not really snowing, but there's a lot of after. And we're gonna head back over to, it was a park that I just went past while we were talking to Will B, is the park we just went by. I forgot the name of the park, but that's where we saw the solar eclipse. It was thousands of people who watched the solar eclipse in this park. This is one of the areas that you can see the solar eclipse in 2023. A lot of snow work, guys. This is interesting. I guess they give you a place to park, but they put all this snow there. So you can't put any money in the meter. No. Thanks for being in here, guys. We're going to do one, since there's 5 people here, we're going to do one more kind of spin the block is what they say. And then we'll be done. I wonder what they do with their snow. I showed you where Dayton did with their snow when they're carrying it. I wonder where Hamilton does with their snow. Maybe we can find out. Get out of here. I'm gonna follow this truck for a minute. Maybe not. It's a big cleanup, guys. I only have 3 people in here. I don't want to hold you if, you know, because right now I'm just doing a lot of footage. I'm turning around, getting footage here and there. So I'm not talking, I'm not moving. So I think I'm going to let you guys go. I appreciate you for being here. You got to hear, so listen to this live again if you're just coming on. You got to hear my cousin and tell about his ordeal. He's a disabled veteran. He has a lot of positive things, a lot of interesting things going on. And you can listen to this live. It should be posted within the next 24 hours. And I'll get portions of this live as well. And so you can go back and listen to Will Be the Singing Veteran as we were coming into Hamilton. You can hear a little bit about the snow. You'll see a lot of the areas. And some of this stuff I'm going to post online. You might not have seen it on live, but I'm going to post it online. I'm going to post it online and make sure you get to see some of this activity. So thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. It's Greg Reese. This wasn't Snowmageddon, but it's going to be a lot of cleanup, and we're looking at a lot of snow here. So, all right. I'll talk to you soon. It's Greg Reese. Thanks for coming in, guys. Sorry, I'm going to get out of here.